line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Pizza Race TV live from Avondale, Arizona. We are here at Phoenix Raceway and about to witness the Misfitz iRacing League SRM Truck Series back in action here live on the show and a battle for the final spots entering into the playoffs in just a few short weeks. Hello everyone, I am the Crusader Chris Driver, joining you guys here today. Here's we're going live today here from the Phoenix Raceway. It's time to see what we've got in store for you fans out there and what we got on the lineup. So on the call today at the 935 it'll be Josh Patterson. The outside end of number 40, it's Chase. It'll be Jace Greer. Runner number 2 is going to be Tim Marlowe in the 007. And outside of them in the 23 is Anthony Emmerich. Runner number 3 is going to be Dominic Lee. And the number 98 outside of him in the 51 it is Jesse Singleton. Runner number 4 is Hunter Bailey in the 24. With the outside of him in the number 38 it's Patrick Jenks. Run number 5 is the 4 of Philip Willis. The outside of the 91 is Noah Henkel. Run number 6 is going to be T.J. Lear. In the 85, the outside, and the number 12, it is Matt Mingo. Row number 7, that will be piloted down by the number 7 of Grant Turner. The outside, and the 47, it is Zachary Stevens. Row number 8 is Sharon Slay in the 18, the outside, and the 22, it'll be Daniel Pinkston. Row number 9 is going to be Sam Maxwell in the 45, the outside, and the 115, it is Bryson Collins. And row number 5 will be the 48 of Trevor Keith, the outside, and the 26, Kelly Hyatt. Final starters in this field, row 11, Race Bible, and the number 21. Race fans, we have now come to you live here from the showcase and the track itself. We are ready to get at it here as the field gets ready to hammer down and full throttle off. Field enters in stage left here onto the track here. This is Old Phoenix, by the way, my personal favorite of the Phoenix tracks. Worn and torn out surface, tough terrains to handle, and it's all about figuring out the fine line and figuring out how to get around this mile-long track. The dog leg will be a lot more closed off because of that grassy plains, which makes it even more difficult to make those passes, make those right judgment calls. That, in my opinion, with the rubber burning heat that comes from this place, is just a seabed perfect for what we're about to watch. Race fans, we'll bring him down around off of corner number 3 and at turn number 4 this time on by. It is time to head it down with us here on Pizza Race TV. The green flag is out. Misfitz iRacing League SRM Truck Series begin their final race before the playoffs. Oh, trouble out of the gate there. Bracing Collins, 115 comes to a bit of a stop there, and the number 15 car, he'll be slamming it right off the gas pedal as the 40 of Chase Greer goes right up topside. Greer trying to stay out of that mess there, out of that tangle web that's kind of right behind him and bolstered through. Coming down through the corner shoots, so Anthony Emmerich trying to make a move in the 23. He slams the AE 23 machine right into the mix of the pack. Dominic Lee right behind him looking in as well. Every driver themselves here. Oh, trouble up ahead. Caution is out. And it looks like that one might fall on, I believe that was Zachary. No, it wasn't Zachary Stevens. I couldn't quite get a good look who that was there that got into that mess. Might have been Hunter Bailey. Well, I'll take a look at Quinn's PTM instant replay and see what exactly went wrong down there, because something went wrong, unfortunately, in the corner off. And it was really hard to tell who was where and who was what on the track there. See if we can get a glimpse here. Looks like whoever got into the wall there. Oh, there it is right there, the 51. That's Jesse Singleton. That was the 51 of Singleton. We actually had a camera kind of rolling on him as that happened. Let's take another look at the replay. See if we can get a good idea of what went wrong. Looks like the 51 got a little too aggressive, slipped in the corner, and a complete diesel 51 and paying the price for it. Not something you usually see out of him either. Or known to make less profound mistakes there. That's going to definitely cost him a bit. Phil will ramp it back up here and get back onto the track here. We'll have to see how things go for these drivers and how they play it out from this point on. Time to listen in to some of our guys here as he joins us now on the call. Dominic Lee is on the show.
How's it going?
Going pretty good. Dominic, right now currently watching over the stage laps, stage positions. Obviously you've had a great showcase there. But for you in the Truck Series today, this is the last race for the playoffs. What does it mean to really pull this one off into victory lane today?
It'd mean a lot. I mean, had a rough showing last week, so hopefully we can get back on track with another victory here and kind of propel that momentum into the playoffs.
With the momentum in the playoffs indeed, but I'll ask you this too here. A track like this, obviously you're a lot more cornered off without that open dog leg. How difficult is it to get around some of these parts of the turns?
It's definitely harder, but at the same time it's a little bit easier because you don't have people swinging all the way down to that open part of the dog leg and then flying right back up onto your door and having that possibility of wiping you out. So it plays both parts.
For sure there. All right, Lee, we appreciate your time down there.
I appreciate it.
Donna McLean, ladies and gentlemen, on the line. Let's take a listen in now with the number 85 driver, TJ Lear. TJ, got a copy down there?
I do.
All right, great to hear from you once again, sir. And right now, currently 2 spots up here. I know you had a few positions kind of given to you there thanks to some wrecking up ahead, but how tricky has it been so far just to get around this place?
Well, in practice it definitely showed that we can't seem to get the truck tuned the way I like it. I just can't find a way to find the speed. I noticed in practice and qualifying these guys are like a few tenths quicker than me, and I'm just trying to figure it out right now. I've been asking like Hunter about like what he's doing and like if he's shifting or not, and he said he's not, so trying to give it a shot without shifting, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to just figure things out as I go here, hoping to kind of continue my streak of good finishes.
You think?
So,
I was gonna say, do you think some of them maybe going too fast here may actually be hurting them more for the long run versus what you're thinking?
knowing my luck, they're gonna be going that fast, and they're still gonna have fresher tires than I will at the end of it.
Well, it's gonna be a little bit of a road to figure out, but nevertheless, TJ, really appreciate you coming on board. We're gonna get you back to that green flag here, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Didn't mean to interrupt him in his conversation, but I wanted to at least make sure he knew we were about to go back to green here, so. The one rule we're always giving on the broadcast is don't talk to anybody if they're about to go green. So that way we can at least have some time to let them square up and get situated out. That's the rule of thumb we're always told. We're going to get back to the green here. 7 laps completed to 150 we go. Stage break lap number 35, and then the next one at 75. As field kind of gets squared back out a little bit there. A little trouble for the 4 of Philip Willis and Dominic Lee. And Tim Marlowe, hugely in the 007. He'll take a very big jump ahead. The field continuing to bolster up the speed, try to bolster up the momentum. 91 Noah Hinkle on the down on the one. Whoa, 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 hold on now. That's not a good sign. Trouble again off of turn number 4. Dominic Lee involved. The 7 of Grant Turner involved. Huge wreck ensuing, and a lot of guys going for a ride there off of turn number 4. And I think I may have gave old Dominic a broadcaster curse while I was at it there. What a huge little hit there and a tough little spot to find yourself in. I believe Dominic may have got into the side there of the 40 Pepsi machine of Chase Greer. So you're taking a look at it here. Right there you see Chase. I'm not sure if he came down on Dominic or Dominic came up a little bit into him. Otherwise, that was a bad little spot. Sharon Slade, you see as well, getting cleaned into that wreck. And last week, she almost had herself in a tremendous ending to her day in Auto Club Speedway, almost walking away the victory. Same except for Patrick Jenks as well in the 38, but worked for that last lap caution. Another look at it shows everything we need to see. You can just see too, just all it takes is that one little mistake, that one little bobble, and everything gets completely thrown to the wolves. And from there, really, the only thing you can really do is just hope and pray that things get a little bit better for you in the team. We'll have to see how that fares and how that shakes up as the drivers now have to get squared back up into square one. We're going to take it back down on the call here right now. Drivers that were available to avoid it include the Keystone Corner JDM machine number 48 at Trevor Keith. Keith, great to have you back on the show.
Yes, sir, dude. I'm excited to be here. Ready to get I'm 16 points out of the lead. Trying to fight for that elite points lead. Working my way up. Started at 18th, up to 7th right now. So doing something right.
Doing something right indeed. Now I know you just really mentioned and kind of pointed on the head the playoff points and positioning. That's extremely crucial and a big benefactor for you and this team. What does it take though to really get to that point and really kind of keep yourself out of trouble for the long haul, you say?
Be patient. I'm just being really patient right now, biding my time. I know there's a long race. I got a lot of spots to make up. So just got to be patient here. Up to the 8th already, so that's 10 spots already gained. So we're doing good there. You know, just patience. I want to win a race, man. I haven't won a race all year. Second at points, haven't won a race. I'm trying to win a race, man. That's it.
Well, go for broke, go for it all, as we say here. Best of luck to you, buddy.
Last race of the regular season. Good luck, guys. Thank you, guys.
You too. Trevor Keith, ladies and gentlemen, on the line there. Time to take it back down out here. Listen to some of our other guys right now. And now the second place spot, the 23, Anthony Emmerich returns to the show. Anthony, great to see you back out here, buddy.
Yes, sir.
We haven't heard from you in a while here. Where have you been hiding around at, sir?
I've been busy. Busy plumbing, busy working.
Yeah, the AE plumbing machine definitely representing well, but for this crew, obviously you've got a lot of gutters to kind of clean down, a lot of stalls to kind of clean up. Well, what was it going to take here to really clean up the positions you've been trying to get for so long?
Man, I guess it's just going to be a take care of my stuff. Hopefully don't wear these tires out and see what we can go to the end of this stage here. Hopefully bring it home first.
They're sure there. Well, nevertheless, we do appreciate your time here, Emmerich. Best of luck as we get you back in here.
Alrighty, thank you.
Emmerich right now trying to search for that first win of the season here. He's going to try to bolster the truck down and hope for the best. as the field will get put back in their places and positions. We still have about 25 laps left in stage number 1. Then headed up stage number 2 where we'll have lap 75, and then from there it's, well, you guessed it, go for the ride, go for the run. With over 20 drivers making the call here, that even makes it much more difficult to really be making too many mistakes. And I think these guys know they gotta really kind of watch their tone and watch their tempo here. Despite that little situation Dominic Lee found him in, he's gonna stay out. And he's gonna try to fight back here. Green flag back on out here on the restart. The old version of Phoenix Raceway, in my opinion, the best version right now, showing how treacherous and difficult it can be to really kind of keep a control of the pace and control of the truck. And I want to know a Hankel right now trying to get the wah-wah for Toyota Tundra machine up ahead of that Ford F-150 of Dominic Lee here. This field is in a fever pitch and a bit of a bind right now, trying to keep control of themselves and their own momentum. It looks like they may have learned from their mistakes and learned from their craft. Backing off when they need to and getting back on the gas when they should. One thing I absolutely love about what we're seeing right now is you can see the position of having to fight and then scratch and claw and then hope not to get trapped. TJ Lear gets trapped, and so does Race Bible, the 8, and then wrecking him out for turn number 2. And another huge unfortunate mishap there coming off of turn number 2 there between the 85 TJ Lear and the number 8 of Race Bible. Came off the corner there, and it looks like Lear just kind of overshot his corner. He collects the RB8 with him, and just shows you how tight and how difficult it is just to kind of stay out of trouble, especially where you're at located there. Not a whole lot he could really do off that, and now that really is going to send him back even further in the field, and they are not going to like that whatsoever. Well, by the time we get done with stage 1, I might be able to get all the drivers in the interview booth here, though, that's for sure. Take a listen in now real quick here with the number 91, Noah Hinkle here, as he's been able to stay out of trouble and to persevere through the field. How you doing tonight, Noah?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Doing pretty good as well. Noah, right now 8 spots up in the field. How is the tires handling so far, as you've already gone about 16 laps in this race?
Well, honestly, so far it's been a little too shorter runs to be able to tell. I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm just hoping I'm not using my stuff up too fast.
You're stepping up too fast, stepping up through the field here. I'll ask one last thing though too. I mean, is there going to be really anything you want to watch out or be careful for in this race via the people or the truck or yourself?
Well, as you can tell by the caution so far, I think I'm a little more focused on the people around me. Long run wise, I'm a little worried about tires. I know I'm not that familiar with the track, at least as far as off the top of my head, as far as tire wear goes. So I'll be interested to see how that goes. But I'd say just staying out of trouble would be the best bet.
Certainly, for sure. All right. Well, Henkel, we appreciate your time down there.
Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Noah Henkel on the line. So field right now going to get squared back up into position, looks like, in a matter of a lap or two here. Let's take a listen now to another guy that you've heard of quite a bit. He's back on the show again. The Keystone Corner number 12 is Matt Mingo, ladies and gentlemen.
How's it going?
Going pretty good here, buddy. Well, right now, things been going pretty all right for you, staying in that top 10 out of a 20-car field. I mean, that's got to definitely getting the confidence level up a bit.
I mean, it would be okay if I hadn't scuffed the wall on like the first lap. You know, just had a brain fart and decided the wall looked pretty good going into Zinc 3.
I was going to say, a lot of drivers have hit that wall quite a bit as of late. Is it just a little bit harder to kind of keep off of, or is the truck just kind of shifting up too much to that right side of the wall?
Well, for me personally, it was just me like over driving on entry on the first lap, just trying to get by some slower cars. But I mean, if you drive it in far enough, it just pushes all the way through the corner, and it's hard to get it back off of that because you either try to get on the brakes and it just doesn't turn, or you just roll it and it still doesn't turn. That's just how these trucks are.
Certainly, for sure indeed. All right, well, Matt, we do appreciate your time here, though, sir. Let's see if you can keep it going and keep the momentum alive.
Yeah, thank you.
Momentum about to thrive there from Matt Mingos. He's looking to try to get it back on the pursuit and on the drive here. The 23 of Anthony Emmerich is going to remain your race leader here. 91 of Noah Hinkle moving into the second spot. It's 27 of Zachary Stevens and 24 of Hunter Bailey. Looking to bring his U.S. Air Force afterburner number 24 up to the front, up into the pack. Bailey has not had the best of luck this season, and I think right now he's hoping for a bit of a change up in his dues. We're going to bring him right around off of the corners here down to the turn 4 front straightaway. Back to the action. Green is out. Oh, or is it? There's trouble. There's trouble. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? Brayson Collins, Race Bible collected in there. Dominic Lee looks like staying out of that. Josh Patterson looks like was the receiving ender for Collins, unfortunately. Oh boy, we gotta take a look at this one again here, folks. Presented by Speedmaster. Here's your restart. Here's your instant replay. I'm not sure if Collins just did not get off the line or he just kind of overshot and just ended up clipping Race Bible, but not only did he collect himself, but that was definitely not what I was expecting there at all. And he's even saying, just give me the EOL. He knows, unfortunately, that was his own undoing. Respect to him, at least, for calling himself on that. As we take another look at it. Oh man, he got some hang time on that other one there. Josh Patterson, man, he got lifted. Well, I think my broadcaster curse has kind of went the way of the dodo bird here, and I think at this point, this whole track is just kind of cursing up. You gotta watch these restarts. These trucks aren't easy to handle or grasp. I think that's one thing I don't have to make clear. I don't have to make too obvious here, but nevertheless, though, that seems to be the issue in the vendetta that's kind of throwing them up for a muck here. Let's take a listen to some of the guys that have been dealing with it earlier on. Jesse Singleton joins us now here on the call, and Singleton, these guys have been struggling to get off the line, man. What is going on down there?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I guess some people got to learn how to drive or something. I can't say nothing because I done hit the wall. But yeah, it ain't a good start to this race so far for some people.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that just due to the high temperatures of Avondale just getting to them, or is there just something more with them not being able to figure the trucks out?
I mean, they're definitely very loose here, so you always got that. And they're just loose here. I mean, the temperatures came down a lot on track, so I can't really put it on that.
Well, nevertheless, here, Singleton, we're going to get you guys back into that restart zone. Let's see if you can try to hang on down there.
All right, thank you.
Jesse Singleton, ladies and gentlemen. So, field going to rip their way back around the track here and back into position and performance here. Let's listen into Philip Willis here in the number 4. And Willis, you know, last time you had won a race out here was in a bit of an endurance race down in Indianapolis. I think this might be a kind of a different kind of endurance race for you, though. What's your thoughts right now?
Survive.
Just survive.
Yeah, I've already had to use my reset tonight because I got pinned in the wall and trying to avoid that first wreck that we had, and I got hit in the front and back, and the steering was knocked out, so didn't have a choice there. So we're just trying to take it easy on this, get through the end of this race. Hopefully we'll get a good finish tonight.
Do you think the truck will be able to kind of at least persevere long enough here to get past halfway before these guys may get a little bit more aggressive, you think?
Well, if we ever get going, I think things will pan out a little bit. You'll start seeing some distances gaining between each truck. So it should be some good racing if we ever get going here.
For sure there. All right. Well, Willis, we appreciate your time down there, buddy.
10-4.
Bill Willis, ladies and gentlemen, on the line there, looking to try to hammer it off and hammer it down. As these drivers right now are trying not to get hammered in. When we come back, race fans, the action will get back underway here at Phoenix. Tonight's race, ladies and gentlemen, is presented in part by our friends at Speedmaster Boats. When you guys need the fastest of radio hobby RC controlled boats, only one brand and name can couple the best, and that is, of course, Speedmaster. Be sure to visit them up at Speedmaster Boats to find yourself the best kind of boats for your next outing and race. Single file restart. This time they're not going to give him any more chances here on double for now. They're going to let him only do a single file as we bring him back to the green. And once again, Anthony Emmerich going to take the early advantage here, ringing his way through the corners here. Everybody else trying to hang on, trying to catch up to him. Phoenix Raceway is going to be extremely difficult to really puncture the speeds and puncture the gravitational force that is this track. You've really got to line up the turns and line these corners off. Try to make the best of what you got here. Singleton knowing that very well. He's making a great run back up here as he's now into the 4th spot. Remember earlier on what we heard from earlier, which is trying to get the top spot and trying to take home the best of the positions they can. Trevor Keith needs all the points he can get to do that, and he's right now looking to try and knock down the guy that's won the most this season, and Jesse Singleton. Singleton right now dealing with the pressure behind, though, as Keith is now right behind him here, also kind of mixing it up a little bit. Matt Mingo in the number 12 and the 24 of Hunter Bailey. They are both in a deadlock here, just kind of seeing who can outweigh the other and outspeed the rest. Philip Willis in number 4, Publix Machine, kind of right there with him. Ten laps remain here in stage number 1. Coming around the corners though, Sharon Slate, slight advantage there over the number 24. The Air Force Afterburner is currently getting a little afterburnt up on the tires, and that right front again has got to be taking a bit of a punishment, a bit of a beating down there, just to try to hold on line, trying to keep everything up for grabs. Grant Turner, the 7, very much the same here. Zachary Stevens at the 47 and the 51, Jesse Singleton right now. They are pretty close, pretty tight-knit with each other. Singleton, slight issue in the complete diesel 51. Snap-on Tools machine needs to watch that carefully. Zachary Stevens not having any of those issues here, as Anthony Emmerich is currently keeping the race lead all to himself. And I think honestly the best thing that they did for this kind of restart was actually putting him into that single file restart, because that forces everybody on cold or burned end tires to have to learn from their mistakes and learn now to actually keep their cool about it. Now that they chilled out a little bit and kind of stayed focused on their overall playing field, their overall drive here, that seems to be helping out quite a bit. The Shirako Takamoto, number 7 of Grant Turner in that Teku machine, trying to bring the truck up to the front. Of course, that is the old Acceleracers baseline truck, as it is known as. Still pretty sweet to look at and pretty cool to even see on the iRacing displays. Got the little speakers in the back, got that cool little Teku'd up logo machine. Field currently stretched in more. Slate jumping ahead of Bailey. And it looks to me like Slade has learned from her mistakes last time out. She's trying to make sure she doesn't make the same mistake twice and give up position so easily. Chase Greer right now trying to do the same after getting caught up earlier on with Dominic Lee. Remember, he was a second fastest qualifier. And Greer right now probably treading and just grieving in his back of his mind, while at the same time in the front of his mind probably just thinking, I'm going to make sure I get every single one of these drivers and get some sweet little redemption on them. As Patterson seems to be figuring that out too, the 935 machine. Remember, he was your number 1 qualifier entering into this race. Dominic Lee and Patterson right now, hard charging, hard battling. Both guys giving it their heart, giving it their soul, but neither seems to get the better of the other. Couple laps remain here in stage number 1. Anthony Emmerich right now looking to secure much needed stage points. Zachary Stevens, the 47 right now on the very high outside line here. The 48 Cherokee tries to keep in close proximity, keep him right up on his toes. Field back in. Singleton is showing you why he's won so many races this season. That complete diesel is ripping it around the track. Ankle, nothing for him. Now looking for the race lead, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to do it. We have got only one last lap remaining before stage 1 comes to an end. Emmerich keeping momentum alive. He kept the focus and the drive to survive intact, and this time the 83, or the 23, is going to be able to put the AE Plumbing LLC into a good spot here. He's taking home stage number 1. So a big stage win there for Anthony Emmerich. That will close this field off once again and kind of bring back the gap, bring back the passes. Now we got to see from here what goes down and what comes from it. Will Anthony be able to use this to his advantage, or was this just merely a one-off? That is up to him. I guarantee a good chunk of this field's going to head into pit road, so while they do that, we'll go ahead to a quick commercial break. When we come back from pit road, we'll talk to a few of the drivers and enter into stage number 2. Tonight's race, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you in part by our friends at Speedmaster Boats. Fastest radio control, RC, and all that of the hobby you want to be. Speedmaster Boats has got that and then some with the fastest boats around. Be sure to visit them up at Speedmaster Boats. Thank you again to Speedmaster Boats, as well as everybody that tunes on into the show or comes on aboard to help us with sponsors. Well, it's a pleasure to hear from everybody and to see everyone always coming on out bright-eyed, peachy, and having a good time out here. That's what we love to see, and we always seem to get a bit of it and then some when we come to the stage and we come to the shows. We'll listen to Hunter Bailey here in the number 24 in just a moment here as the field currently gets themselves out of pit road here. Let's take a look from the top to the back. You can just see how wide scaped and how close centered this place is. Able to host 42 fields, but what is even more impressive is just how crazy it can be just to get in and out of pit stops and in and out quickly. Patrick Jenks going in the latest out of the field. Josh Patterson going to get out of pit road first over the 23 and then the Emmerich. That will help out his cause a bit. But it's time to listen now with the U.S. Air Force driver on the 24, Hunter Bailey, now joins us on the line. You got a copy down there, Hunter? Looks like you might not have a copy down there, folks.
I got you. You guys got me?
Yeah, we got you now.
I got you.
All right. Well, Hunter, right now the 24 U.S. Air Force machine back in action and back under wraps here. But how difficult are things kind of going for you right now?
They're going. We definitely have a fast car. Just kind of being back in the pack. The restarts are huge here. If you don't have forward momentum, you kind of go backwards, and even if your car is better, it's just really hard to pass out there. So honestly, just making sure you have track position and making sure that you don't overcook the tires. I know a lot of people have said 4 is a troubleshoot. I personally like that corner. For me, turn 2 is probably the worst because of the ratio of turning the wheel to the left and having to kind of straighten it back out. But I think we got a good car. The U.S. Air Force Chevy's pretty good, and looking forward to getting the best points position to head into these playoffs here.
Yeah, the playoffs entering in just a couple of weeks from now. Of course, we know about the All-Star race happening next week, but for you and this team here at Phoenix, I mean, what would it mean to actually get some serious points and have a chance there really entering into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think points are going to be huge. We just got 2 for stage 1, and I really think that's going to be huge. We got good tracks in the playoffs, so obviously we feel good about that. But honestly, it's just performing here. This is momentum. There is positive and negative momentum, and we just got to keep it up.
For sure there. All right, well, Hunter, we appreciate your time down there. Best of luck as you get back at it here on the show.
Yep, will do. Thank you guys for all you do.
Absolutely. Hunter Bailey, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to get down to business again. The field is getting squared up, double filed in, ready for the restart zone. The Speedmaster restart zone will bring these drivers into a fever pitch and into an absolute madhouse here, to say the least. But only one may be able to secure maximum amount of positions and points. Baxter Jenks is going to start up front with these guys right here on the restart. This should get interesting. Green flag back on out. Stage 2 begins. Well, last time we had done this, we ended up getting ourselves into a bit of a gulag here. Let's hope that doesn't happen the same here. Marching them down around the track here, momentum kicking away. The now 91 of Noah Hinkle making a great little fight off around the number 23 of Anthony Emmerich. Emmerich not able to keep his momentum up, pumped apart, and gets pushed back around. You know, corner bracket here, you better focus on your line and focus on your shots and hope for the best. Grayson Collins seems to be doing that, and then some here too. Maybe look to addressing the sin of his tones here and trying to make sure he can have a chance of fighting it back out. He's back in the run. He's back in the seams. Well, turn number 1 giving him a little bit of trouble there. Oh, speaking of trouble, Dominic Lee, major trouble there. He's able to save it though off of turn number 2. Keeps the truck in one piece and he's okay. And speaking of keeping it okay, here we go. Battle for the lead. Up for grabs, Tim Marlowe in pit road here. As the 007's got some problems down there. Mechanical failures and issues costing him dearly. They're nearly 3 deep behind Jenks, and Jenks knows he's got to keep them back there if he wants any chance. He's on old Warren Tor tires right now, and that's costing him dearly here. Hinkle pushes the 38 just a little bit, but the Slim Jim snaps back into it. The 38 of Jenks keeps the lead. Patterson right in the mix, and the crux with Emmerich just moves and shooting the gaps around the field. The 91 of Hinkle trying to hang in there as well. Very excellent and expertise maneuvering from every one of these drivers here, but it looks like now Emmerich takes his shot in the dark. And the thing that he was able to do that Hinkle wasn't was to drive the inside line just a little harder. Emmerich takes the lead. Now Hinkle trying to get around to him. Emmerich right now looking about as strong as he's needed to this entire day, but there's problems again. Singleton getting into it a little bit there with Sharon Slate in the 18. Not too sure what went wrong with the 51. We'll have to take a look at the replay here. Looks like the whole field might have got cluttered up here a bit. It looks like there was some trouble right up ahead. Oh, that might be a result of it. Slate gets punched a little by the 51 as she was trying to evade and avoid what was going on with a 24 behind. And I don't think Hunter Bailey was very appreciative of getting kind of tagged there. Well, they all got kind of tagged there too. Look at the 47 man. He almost goes for a ride there. Zachary Stevens catching a big break. And it looked like to me just kind of a racing ordeal. It looked like Slate and Bailey got trapped off of Stevens' corner there. And then once they got into it, really wasn't anywhere to go. So usually Slate, we never really talk about her as someone who pushes her limits and pushes what she can do to the driver's limits, she's usually pretty more calm, cool, and collective. So this is a very interesting little position to be put into. I don't think really we've seen her in any kind of position like that all season. So, and let's see how that plays out, though. The field's going to have to bring him back into pit road. Time to listen in now here. One of the other guys that knows a thing or two about racing it out with the best here and the top dogs here, Grant Turner. And the number 7 returns to the show. Grant, great to hear and see from you once again in the baseline 7.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. I'm sorry I haven't been here. I was dealing with actually being quite sick from things going on, the temperature changes at home. Been a killer on me.
It must have, man. You missed quite a few weeks of hard racing, some crazy moments in between, but now that you're back, I mean, how does it feel to kind of be back and really bring you to the pain to these guys?
Feels great to be back. Got to everything how I wanted. Loving everything that's going on. Glad to be up here up front. Hope I could stay up here till the end.
Well, we certainly hope you can put up a fight up there too, Grant. Best of luck down there, buddy.
Thank you so much. Have fun.
You too. Ladies and gentlemen, Grant Turner on the line there. We'll listen to one of his teammates here as Chase Greer is now on the line here. And Chase, you qualified in the 2nd spot here, but the 40 truck has been kind of beaten and battered up a little bit. How you been able to hold on to this so long, buddy?
I'm just taking it easy, waiting for the end, saving my fast repair for the last, 60 laps. So.
What would it mean to kind of be able to hold off and really take control of the race when you get down to it?
I don't know. Just save my tires, be fast at the end.
All right. Well, Chase, we appreciate your time down there, bud. Best of luck as you get back into the restarts.
Thank you.
Well, all mind, all focus, to say the least, on Chase's mind there. I don't blame him. As we're approaching the reflag restart zone, gonna stay under the yellow for a moment here, folks. If you do hear some noise in the background, keep in mind we do have some stuff we've been working on around the studio here, so I do apologize in advance. So here we go, race fans. We're going to bring him back down to the line, back down to the action here at Phoenix Raceway. Stage number 2 still not done and over with yet. How will the drivers fare as we bring him back to the green? We're about to find out. Green flag's back on out for the main Speedmaster restart zone. Ooh, they're crinkling up. They're double filing in. They're packed up. And you know what happens when you stack up? Trouble. Josh Patterson goes for the ride. And I don't know if race control can hear me down there, but it may be time to get us another single file restart out here, boys. They didn't even get a lap in. Another unfortunate circumstance collecting him in there. That's just how difficult it's getting with these restarts here. Looked like Patterson was slowing down tremendously here. Then you see Race Bible he was trying to slow up, got into Patterson. Stevens tried to save Patterson, but no avail. The 935 goes for the ride. Tough little predicament there to really find yourself in and really put yourself onto here. Time to take it back down on the track here and listen in to some more drivers here. Ladies and gentlemen, now joining for the first time ever here on Pizza Race TV, this is Daniel Pinkston. Pinkston, great to have you on the show here, and not a bad start really for you as your 4 spots up so far, halfway into the race.
Yeah, I'm just I'm trying to take it easy and stay away from pretty much everybody else. I don't want to cause any issues.
You feel like some of these guys may be just a bit too aggressive to really kind of tip top and fight off with for a little bit?
There's I'm not gonna lie, there's a few cars here that I'm a bit wary of. Got a few nudges, probably around lap 15, I think it was. So they kind of put me in a more reserved mode at this point. But so far, I'm loving the race, and seems like it's fairly well put together.
Well, we're loving having you on board here tonight. Best of luck, Danny Pinkston. Thanks for coming on board, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Daniel Pinkston, his first time ever here on the show, making his television debut. Another guy that's making one of his debuts out on the track here that's trying to get his last back here is the 007 of Tim Marlowe. Marlowe, I know this has not been the best race for you and the team, but it is good to see you back here in the 5-Lug Mafia. What is going down, though, with that 007 today?
Thank you. I couldn't hear you there. Spotter was talking.
What's going on down with that 007 5-Lug Mafia machine? You've had a few laps you lost, unfortunately, and troubles are brewing. What's been going down for this team?
Oh, I've just got a sick dog, and I had my wife reminded me. I had to go in there and give her insulin, and then had to get her to eat. That's the first thing she's ate in about a week, so kind of happy about staying in there and trying to coax her into eating there.
Fine. Family always comes first, man. You gotta take care of them more than you gotta take care of the sim. But nevertheless, here, with that said, I mean, do you think maybe there might be a chance to really just kind of show these boys what you've been able to capable to do here in the rest of this race?
I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm not gonna rough anybody up or nothing like that. I enjoy some time here with these guys and see if I can't move it through the field without touching and see what I could have had.
For sure there. All right, Marlo, appreciate your time here today, sir.
Thank you very much.
Tim Marlowe, ladies and gentlemen, qualifying as the number 3 driver. Unfortunately, could not escape the issues in life that we always talk about, as you heard him say. I know exactly what he's talking about too. I mean, I got a dog. I've got a couple of dogs of mine that I treat them like my kids. I can't help but love them more than anything. So, for all the dog owners out there, you know what I'm talking about. For those that don't own a dog or can't have one, or at least can have a family member or cat or animal that is part of the family, you know what I'm talking about. We're nearly halfway done with this race, and positioning is starting to really wear and tear through. Time is running out and of the essence. Stage 2, that's got 20 laps remaining. These guys right now, I've got to believe, are probably questioning themselves. Can we just stay out of trouble for a little bit? Maybe not throw everything to the line, everything to the wind. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case for Philip Willis. Remember earlier on what he told me? He said flat out, I'm just trying to survive. Well, that Ford Publix machine is right now looking at the race lead. I don't think he needs to worry about surviving no more. I think he needs to worry about actually getting that top spot at the Emmerich right in front of him here. Has a great chance to make a move or make some opportunistic shots here into the dark. Now Hankel watching on from the back as well here, trying to keep the focus and the drive along. We go on board here with the Toyota Tundra drivers here. Remember, the top 5 right now is literally Toyotas all the way through. Emmerich, Willis, Henkel, Singleton, and Keith. They're all in the Toyota camp today. And right now they are leading this entire branched out field in a bit of a deadlock fight out, to say the least. Josh Patterson, the 935 Dynamo machine, going head to head with that number 8 of Race Bible. That is the name exactly. That is Race Bible. That's what we were told to call him here. And he seems to have no trouble coming out on the show and putting on a bit of a fight here. He has pulled off a victory or two back in the Super League Mall days when we first saw these drivers come out on the track, come out on center stage. I sure do miss those Super Late Model days, man. I always love seeing some Super Lates come out on the track, come and race in here, man. That was one of my favorite things to see, but we do get the Truck Series, which is still cool to watch and fun to see as well. Of course, some hard racing that kind of goes with it. You're getting a lot of that, and then some right now. As the as we are starting to lower into the exits here. Track's starting to maybe tighten the drivers up a bit more. It looks like maybe giving them a little bit more of a headway here to watch out, really keep under control. Nearly 3 in deep and 3 on off. TJ Lear in the 85, you see he's having some problems staying out of the wall. As a Slim Jim Patrick Jenks trying to bite into a Slim Jim and snap out of it and get back over the front of the pack here. He qualified in the 8th slot today. He's currently in the 13th spot, struggling to build momentum back around. Speaking of the momentum building around as well, look out for that 48 Keystone Corner JDM Toyota Tundra driver of Trevor Keith. You heard him say earlier, before he wanted to enter those playoffs, he wanted to get that win off his hat. He's doing a great job right now of that, and then some, as he still dons and runs in that Lightning McQueen element with a Spider-Man suit. And again, as I've told him before, that style does not mix and match well, but I will give him a break. At least it's all under Disney's roof with Marvel and the Pixar, so I can't give him too much grief. I still think that does not match at all. Speaking of not matching at all, here field is not matching up to the wrecks and the carnage that comes with it. Another caution now as the Dynamo number 15 Bryson Collins comes to a stop here off its front straightaway into turn number 1. And that will bring us back to our P10 instant replay. Oh, he sure got into it there with the number 12, and Matt Mingo trying to save it. Actually did kind of save it until he got completely dished on by the 40. I don't know if the 40 was trying to avoid, or maybe that in some ways was a little bit of karma for everything else he got put through today. Hard to really say with that one. We'll take a look at the onboard camera though. It's Chase Creer's onboard. He had a great live view of what happened here. Great thing is Mingo did a great job saving it. So yeah, Greer was trying to avoid the 15 there, but I guess he still got one little shot out of it. Well, we'll listen in now to some of the guys here and see what is going on down on the track here. Ladies and gentlemen, Race Bible now joins us back on the line here in our Race Bible. It's been a long time since we've heard from you, but nevertheless, great to see you back on out here, sir.
Yeah, it's fun to be back out here. It's been a little while. Been struggling with some Wi-Fi issue and struggling to find some races that I can actually make with my in real life schedule and all that.
Well, now that things are kind of settled back down, do you think maybe we'll get a bit of more of you on the track and in the ends here?
Yeah, we're come third stage. I think we'll be fighting for at least the top 3. We had a good car in the first stage, and then just wrong spot, wrong time, got taken out. And then coming to a restart, we got taken out again. But I think come third stage, we should be pretty good.
For sure there. All right, Race, we appreciate your time down there. Best of luck as you get back to the restarts.
Yep, thank you.
Race Bible, ladies and gentlemen, on the line there. Let's listen in to another guy that last week could have had himself in victory lane. This time, he's looking to try to change that today. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 38 of Slim Jim's Patrick Jenks on the line. And Jenks, right now, you had the lead earlier on. Kind of kept some of these guys back on some Warren Tour tires. Now, how does the truck kind of handle for this last bit of the stage 2?
You know, looking out of here, we're feeling pretty confident. We just avoided what could have been a race-ending caution right there. So, you know, we just got a lot of work to do, and hopefully these fresher tires will help us out.
Definitely help you out and give you a little bit more of a shot in the dark here. But I'll ask you this, too. I mean, you qualified 8th, and right now you're stuck in 8th position. Does that kind of help the confidence knowing that at least the truck is consistent here?
Yeah, the truck is definitely consistent. I feel like we have top 3 speed, but, you know, it's hard to pass here. And anytime you try to pass, people are trying to block. So hopefully later in the race, it doesn't get any nastier.
Certainly not indeed. All right. Well, nevertheless, thanks. We appreciate your time down there. Pat Jenks, ladies and gentlemen, here on the line, looking to keep chances high, hopes alive. As I believe we've pretty much talked to everybody except for one driver, which was Zachary Stevens, because I know Kelly Hyatt's mic has completely broken. We've been trying to figure that out. Dominic Lee, we already talked to him, Tim Marlowe, and Daniel Paxton. So, I think we've talked to pretty much everybody we have on the call except for Stevens, so he'll be our last one on the bunch. Down to the final 8 laps, returning to the restart zone. We're going to get him filed in again and let him loose on the track. Here we go once more. Hammer down time now, entering through turn number 1 and turn number 2 here. Every driver for themselves as the field continues to march and pass their way around. Pack, stack, racked, and on the attack. Field gonna hammer through the corners, looking for openings, looking for opportunities here. Patterson trying to stay out of trouble. Chase Greer right now trying to see if maybe there's an opening or two to get up to the front. Noah Hinkle starting to look soundly more to take the lead away from everybody as Philip Willis is keeping him honest here, keeping him close to proximity and close in speeds. Funny enough, everybody in that top 5 also gone into pit road the exact same time, lap number 37. And since then, it's been kind of a tit toss and a little bit of a coin flip on who is going to be able to take control better than the other. Seems like to me Henkel has the slightest advantage. Oh no, look out, no, not trouble again, not again, there's more trouble. Patterson getting clipped up, and he goes straight into this 47 as Zachary Stevens, a Coca-Cola taken out. Oh, no. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. Well, you guys saw what was happening in front of you, but how did we get there? Well, take a look at it. Jenks goes slightly down. Turner, you can see he's trying to straighten him out, and in turn, he gets turned. And Patterson, you saw what happened to him. He went for a bit of a ride there going off into the corner there, unfortunately, and there's just nowhere to go once you're trapped there. He knew it, we knew it, and that's how it ended up being. You can see just coming off that exit, again, you're just so tight in that corner and turned off. There's just not a lot of breathing room. Frustration definitely burrowing over and times getting more and more difficult to deal with. These guys have got to really lay it in there some other way or really start to back off from getting too aggressive, because even they know this is getting a little bit more out of control for them than they realize. You're going to bring it right back around here. We are currently under the yellow flag right now here. I think we may actually be getting to the end of the stage break. So it looks like Noah Henkel is going to be your stage winner here to end out stage number 2. So that last caution couldn't have came at a better time for him, but a worse time for guys like Philip Willis or Anthony Emmerich here. That's not what they wanted to see or what they wanted to have happen by any means of the imagination. Now to the restart zone. Stage lost, except for Henkel. Henkel's going to take the stage win. That will move us in to the final leg of our race. Battle for pit road. Noah Henkel will beat everyone out. Phyllis, Emmerich, Lear, Lee, Keith will be the ones to come out as well. Hunter Bailey in 24 and Zachary Stevens going to stay out. They got their damage cleaned up first, so they're going to hang in there and really fight their way out of it. Alright, race fans, here we go. Halfway in, halfway done. Final stage up for grabs. We'll bring him right around off of turn number 4 this time on by to lead him back to the Speedmaster restart zone. Down through the exits into the corner. Here we go, race fans. Time to bring it back down to the table and onto the track. Halfway through, halfway done. Talk about finding yourself in a bind right out of the gate here. Hunter Bailey immediately trying to block and defend. Company of Bruin down on the bottom left of your screen. Emmerich way wide, entering 3 into turn number 4. Has to back it down a bit. Willis struggling through corner 4. TJ Lear into the wall protection, and he loses all the speed and momentum he was just building back in. Lear has got a victory lane already this season, but you can't help but think this one might hurt a little bit more. And Lear off of turn number 2 brings the caution out. And Peak Performance 85 goes for a bit of a ride there in through the corners. So much momentum and power on display, but again, controlling it is a whole different story. Way too low in the corner, way too low coming down. You gotta let the truck rise up, otherwise you're steering it pretty much into a bit of a sand pit down there, a sand trap. That's exactly what happened to him there. Unfortunately, that will slow us back down a bit and back down a notch here as I continue to deal with the Glitchcrafter Gremlins. A few baseball bat shots later, I think I might have them beat out here. Nope, I can't seem to get rid of that technical difficulties on our end. Yeah, I guess that's what we're going to get. There we go again, race fans. Gonna bring him right off of turn number 4 this time on by. Misfitz iRacing League SRM Truck Series return to the racing action. Here we go. Restart back underway here. Field will move their way to the chains out to the gates here. As the field gets separated out, back in here. Anthony Emmerich in the 23, taking it back down low on the number 4. Philip Willis as the guys go for it in deep. Some going in a little too deep though. Trevor Keith into the wall, down off 3 and 4. Batman go down to the inside line now, trying to find the momentum, trying to find some boost or some speed up to his grasp. Jesse Singleton kind of in that same argument, that same tone as well. Every driver for themselves here. Chase Greer and the number 40 continuing to march through the pace, march through the zones as well into the gate. Matt Mingo though up ahead, holding down the line, struggling to really pull off the passes, trying to pull down the momentum. Every driver for themselves here. Race Bible delivered, also one of those guys right now trying to get something going here, maybe make a run for it as they bring him into the back half of the straights, the 3 and a turn 4. Greer right now, in my opinion, probably the guy that a lot of are having their eye on from qualifying, now entering into this race. They knew that going in it was going to be a tough ordeal, it was going to be a tough little showcase for him. Dominic Lee well aware of that too, and he has been managing to muscle the field down a bit and really ramp it back up. He's hanging in there. He's looking for the top 5 spot. Got a little damage on that right front. That could square him up a bit worse for wear in some corners. And especially on that right side and the rear bumper too. I think his aerodynamics are probably a little bit shot more than I think he was hoping for. Really had no choice though. Once he got taken out earlier, he had to pretty much take that fast repair and use it up. Jesse Singleton really not having that same issue, that same problem. And, you know, he is really making everyone kind of cost for it. If they can keep this going and keep the momentum alive, I think they'll be okay. But the biggest thing they've got to watch out for is not overcompensating and not letting their minds, their thoughts get too out of control here. They gotta stay cool, collective. And it looks like Grant Turner, the number 7, slowing down a little bit. Patrick Tank's trying to make a move on the inside there. Kelly Hyatt, though, will make the move on the outside, running it into the 26. Has trouble with Bruce again. Dominic Lee is in the wall protection. And another caution expires out here in turn number 3. This time on the 98 of Dominic Lee. Oh my goodness. What has happened to the 98 camp here? We saw him balance so much and so hard there. Keep Jesse Singleton behind him and also trying to catch Trevor Keith. Did he just overdo it and ramp it up too much, I wonder? Oh, whoa, whoa! Oh my, ow! Well, that answers our question, but what the heck happened to Philip Willis? Philip Willis was the one that, kind of started that whole little trend there. I don't know what happened to him there. We had a blimp cam on him though. Willis was doing alright here and something just completely went haywire. Oh, oh. The truck comes to a deadlock stop there and I don't know what on earth I'm watching there, but something went completely wrong on that truck. One more look at it here, and honestly, this is going to be a bit of a telltale here to see. Everything was working so well there, and then everything just shut off here. I don't even know what the heck happened to Willis there. I presumed he had an issue inside the truck, but that's not something you usually see out of him. And he's got a bit of a help there from the number 7 of Grant Turner, probably just trying to help him get back to pit road, as the truck has pretty much been totaled up and damaged up badly there. But I'm still very curious to know what happened to the number 4 there. Just gonna bring it right back around and see what goes from there, I guess. But nevertheless, this field has been through a lot today, to say the least. Let's see what happens from there and see what they bring to the table. Hopefully things can get closed down for a little while, though. They'll bring it back to the restart zone on the front straightaway, as the green has already jumped out on the gate. Hunter Bailey seeming to jump right back on the attack here on the 91, and Noah Henkel, as they'll bring him right off the distance. Cornered out, Bailey right now trying to keep Henkel behind. Bailey this season still winless, looking to change that today. Singleton, though, man, there's one thing he has been the inspiration for. It's literally being in victory lane. Trevor Keith, though, man, look at this. He's also fighting back with everything he's got. This is an awesome roundabout race here for these guys, as they're currently hitting every mark, hitting every spot, every shot they can, just trying to take down the other. Chase Greer, he has really just kind of stepped into his own here in the second half. The first half was just trying to avoid the destruction and avoid problems from the rest of the field. Now seems to have gotten a bit of a jump shoot back in this. Coming right off the corner zone, you can see even now Sharon Slade, Josh Baxter, they are digging in deep right now on the 23's heels and toes. As Zachary Stevens, the 47, looks to try to maneuver around all of them here. Emmerich go up top side, nearly 3 wide deep to turn number 3 to turn number 4. Slate, she's doing her best to keep the 18 as far ahead as possible. She's extremely consistent in the top 10 and the top 5 brackets, but still winless this season, surprisingly. I say surprisingly because really she's had a couple times she could have done it and brought it into victory lane, but it was not to be. Tim Marlowe here, you heard him say earlier on, I'm just going to try to see if I can make some speed, make some momentum up, but not get anybody else in trouble, and there no issue. Good driving on his end, and respectful as well, but I can see everybody else not exactly the same thoughts. They're really more focused on one thing, get to the front, get past position. It's a dog-eat-dog world out of these drivers, until they know they have nothing left they can gain or give, much less anything much less to lose off of. 50 laps now, pretty much left on the clock. Noah Henkel here, trying to get these last 51 to 50 laps set in stone, but Jesse Singleton is already looking to take control. And the problem is for Hanko right now is knowing that Singleton's literally right on your tail, right on your mark here. Now you got to really try to figure out how to kick your clutches in and dig the toes into the track just to try to hold on down to the ends here. Bailey getting a little bit of the wall, almost getting himself in major trouble there between him and the 23 of Anthony Emmerich. The AE Fleming LLC trying to kind of swipe and clean up the mess that he has been put into and that these are drivers have made on him. And he seems to have figured it out. Figured it out with great speed and great determination here. Leaning it back down to Patrick Jenks at 38. Man, he just is not giving an inch. Looking to holster down and really build up the power on the rest of the field here as we go on board here with Kelly High in the 26. Tight corners, tight and compact areas to deal with. Matt Mingo also finding that out too as he puts the number 12 machine right up on the outside there of Hunter Bailey. It's fast paced and it's crazy action here with the Truck Series right now. So much going on, so much really at play and at stake here. No one giving an inch to JDM Motorsports Camp though. No, they can't let up too much more. They've lost so much already. Noah Hickle as well, and Justin Singleton have lost more than their fair share. Josh Patterson has taken the race lead away for the first time in a long time today. The 935 somehow, after all the chaos, all the extravagant issues he's been put through, he has taken the race lead away, and I don't even know where he came from. I wasn't even paying attention there. Up on the front of the nose until literally we just saw him kind of take over that one there. Singleton and Hankel, these two just do not give an inch. And again, with the way this track has been playing out, again with these tight corners, these tight ends, that right front, when it tears up more, it forces the driver up more and it really figures them in through the field. That's exactly what they're faced off against right now, and Singleton just exploited all that and then some. So now that Singleton's taken over the second spot, that kind of begs the question, how long will Patterson keep that race lead away from them? And in my opinion right now, if he has his way, it's going to be the rest of this race, and it looks like he is starting to catch that and then some. Hunter Bailey and Kelly Hyatt, these two guys seemingly finding themselves in a mix and a bit of a pattern switch here with really nowhere to get out from and nowhere to go. These guys currently right now in a bit of a fever pitch fight out. Either driver trying to let the other get away too quick and not trying to let things get too out of hand. letting up the, got the door open there for him by Hyatt. Hyatt couldn't quite close it in time. And that slings him on back. Field just starting to scrape up and kind of get whatever's left of the pieces put back together. DJ Lear definitely one of them as well right now currently. Trying to hold on, trying to build up any kind of momentum he can here, knowing that he's pretty much kind of tore himself a new one and tore this thing out apart. Jace Greer and Trevor Keith, they also coming from behind as Josh Patterson tries to keep everybody else right in his out of his way and in his wake. Coming around back to the corners here, look out, double in, tripled in, oh my, whoa, hold on there, folks. We're taking a look on something else on the other screens here. We didn't even know what was going on up ahead. Chase Greer managing to make a move off on some of these guys, and the other packs were stacked up. Hankel trapped in there, and then Zachary Stevens, Trevor Keith, Dominic Lee. Just making a beeline for it, and man, did they not leave that out of contention. Race fans, also, I just want to say to everyone at home, thank you so much for getting us to 800 subscribers here on YouTube. The big milestone now has been reached, and we just cannot thank you enough and appreciate you enough for the support to be able to even think about giving that to us and working with us for this long. So I know to some folks that's not even a number worth even talking about, but to us, that's 800 diehards that came here to watch the shows, watch the races. That means more to us than I think most of you guys even know. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts here. Milestone reached, and meanwhile the race continues to purl through. Back coming down around the track here. Jace Greer currently holding down everybody else behind him. Jesse Singleton a lap down here. We're going to try to get that back here quickly as he puts the complete diesel machine right up ahead of Greer here. Fuel and tire strategies came into effect there for him and the team. Josh Patterson seemingly watching the tempo, watching the momentum. As he's seeing the laps start to dip down and really starts to corner off on him. Noah Hankel goes into pit road here, so now the rest of the field currently strategizing the rest of this race up. That brings me to kind of my next point though, which is even though Patterson is 10 seconds ahead, will he be able to lay it off and stay in control for that much longer? Yellow flag is out though. Problems down there. Unfortunately, Pinkston has got a massive mechanical problem and a problem inside the truck here. There is some damage on that 22 camp as the Deadpool to scheme up machine. Seems to have become the merc with the mouth and the merc with the destroy. And we'll take a look at the P2 Mr. replay and see what happened here. Looks like things got a little bit out of hand for him and the team. And looks like he got it too hard off turn number 4. Spun her out, wrecked it right in front of the leaders, and that brought us the caution flag out. Once that happens, pretty much then we need to get this caution out quickly and get the drivers re-centered up. That will be how we play this one out. So field going to go back into the straights here. Everyone else going to try to hopefully hang in for the long haul now. But I think we're pretty much good to go on the fuel mileage after this pit stop. So from here out, it's pretty much drive it out and hope for the best. What tires you got left underneath you? So as field has now 26 laps remaining, all eyes are on the leaders. From the restart, Patterson will be the leader. Dominic Lee trying to get up there to him until he's not. He's in the grass. He's in trouble. Can he hang on? No, he can't. They'll call the caution right out as he spins it off on the backstretch. Oh my, and a huge wreck ensuing. One upside down. That's Bryson Collins in the 15. You just, in the back of your mind, you just overdrove that corner the slightest bit too much, but in your other side of the mind, you're telling yourself it was a need and a must if you're going to have any chance. You get some hang time here. Slate gets in the wall there. And it looks like Racing Collins just kind of found himself trapped between a rock and a hard place here, to say the least. Braked it fine here, and then he got tagged by the 91, then upside down, and my word, he went for a ride there. Not a happy camper, I guarantee you Collins ain't right now. And once again, we just re-rack, restack, and we're going to have to put them back on the attack here. Things are starting to slow up again as we're trying to get things figured out. I don't know if they're going to have enough time to really figure out this, but I mean, at this point, they know Patterson has got speed, he's got the momentum. The guys up front are trying their best to catch him, though. So now with this in mind here, we're going to floor him back down to the track side. Once again, what will become of these final laps here for these Misfits? The Misfit iRacing League right now in the SRM Truck Series. And a bit of a bind and a bit of a goulash here, trying to hold the momentum and hold the Rhine down, trying to get the best out of the equipment. Patterson once again though leaves the field behind. Fresher tires on his end seem to be the culprit. Robert Allen saying thank you for this. Robert, thank you for tuning on in, sir. Appreciate you. As we got problems. Oh, wait, we got trouble. Yeah, we got a problem down there. Grant Turner and Patrick Jenks. Oh! That's more than a problem. That's an issue. Grant Turner is up on the top of the barriers down on the pit road front stretch here. I don't even know where to begin with that. Let's take a look at the PT instant replay. Gets into the 12 Matt Mingo and Jenks. Oh my goodness. And away she goes. And we didn't really have any much more footage than that there, but yeah, the 7 of Grant Turner just went flying. Everybody right now is absolutely struggling, to say the least. And again, late in the race, late in the time, I don't blame them, but at the same time, they've got to get something figured out before it's too little too late here. GT500 Cobra saying report from the number 7 window net is down, so it looks like the 7 of Grant Turner is done for the day. And yeah, tough break there for Grant as well there. He is not going to be able to return to the action after that horrifying hit he suffered there just on that last caution. But the rest of the field, though, for those that have been able to survive and just trying to stay out here, they're going to try to hopefully finish it out on a high note. Patterson immediately getting a good run out of the gate here, takes the lead again. Race Bible, though, right in the crux of it. Somehow, some way, that Toyota Tundra RB8 machine is still working and still going strong. Trevor Keats of the damage there on the rear end and also around the truck seems to have slowed and hampered his momentum down quite a bit. Sharon Slate continues to keep pressure on him, but now slowing down a little bit too. Slate now gets put on the attack with Bailey and Emmerich moving their way into the chains. Oh, driver is safe. No one is getting out of this mess. You either find your way around or you find your way trapped in a rock and a hard place. DJ there in the 85 right now trying to make a fight back there on Jesse Singleton. Singleton, despite being the biggest winner of the most this season, this race was not cut out for him, it looks like. Chase Greer has moved it back up into the chains for second, but he's still far out away from getting to Patterson. And Patterson just laid down his fastest time of the day at 28.119. And the time is getting more and more tricky for Greer to figure out. Greer has no chance here if he keeps doing what he's doing. And it looks like that might be the case for others back there. Matt Mingo, nice save. The number 12 almost losing it there off of turn number 2. Does keep the truck in one piece though. Well, Race Bible was able to kind of move his way up into the field just for a little bit, but it looks like can't quite corner it off as much as we wants to, and that's struggling for him. Dan Marlowe here also, despite having to literally take care of some pressure moments and situations ahead of his stay here today. He's not giving up anything on him. Winding back to the corners here and back to the turns. Every driver for themselves here. Nobody giving an inch. As you see Bible blocking the 23, trying to stay out of that mess there, but gets tagged. Bailey on the top side, 3 wide off. Anthony Emmerich moving the chains. A bump and run by Emmerich. A beautiful bump and run, I should add. Perfectly encapsulates Race Bible's running momentum. Call it whatever you want. To me, it was a good move. It's a fair move and a fair shake. As long as you didn't wreck the other guy out or take him completely for a ride, then the rubbing is racing mentality is in full effect, my friends. Short track or big track doesn't matter. If it doesn't destroy the other or take the other guy out, then it's a fair race. That's exactly what they're getting right now out of all of them here as the field starts to separate out and really stretch in more as they go. 8 laps left in this one. Sharon Slade in the 18 still hanging in there. Once again, another top 10 could be in the working order for her. Right now, though, Hunter Bailey and Race Bible still leaning into the corners and leaning in through the distances. Back coming down around here off the distance, you can just see the pressure burrowing and dictating these guys, man. They just do not give an inch. Marlowe gonna scud it on the inside, looking to pass up more positions. He won't put fenders together, but he will put runs together, it looks like. Kelly Hyatt 3 wide off there with TJ Lear and Sharon Slate there. 7 to go. And it looks like all but Josh Patterson has kind of taken this race by storm. Chase Greer knows he might. Oh, wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. Caution is out, but for what? Motor gone there on the 38 of Patrick Jenks. I'm not sure if that was the reasoning for it. Take a look at the replay here, and it looks like that was not the case here. I'm not totally sure what went down or what went wrong. Oh, wait, never mind. I think I just figured that out. Had a camera going on down there. TJ Lear and Sharon Slate colliding in. Both drivers slammed off of one another, and Slate getting the caution to come out due to that huge hit there. And the motor quit on Slate's truck, so it looks like the Fury 18 is now a little more furious under the hood and probably inside that helmet. I would not blame her. What a tough break for Sharon Slade. Did not think she was going to go out like that or have to deal with that kind of pressure. And now the pressure just got even ramped up way more as Patterson now finds himself on a last laps restart. So now the time has come, race fans. Someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. Who will it be, though? Someone will be determined your race winner here at Phoenix, but which one could it be? Chances are high. Hope's running quick. Top 5 on your screen. Josh Patterson's got the better of the restarts here so far. Can he get another good restart out of the gate? He's going to need it here, and he does. Gets a good one off. We're lining back for the green flag restart zone. Patterson gets ahead quickly. Greer running it deep on Keith there. He had nothing he could do about it. Into the wall goes the 12 of Mingo. And the 26 of Kelly Hyatt slamming it right with him there. Unfortunately, that was actually Hyatt, not Mingo, that got into it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the white flag lap coming off of turn number 4. Patterson with over a second lead now, right in the wheel. Second lead now, taking control, trying to hold on just one more time by. Keith trying to find something, anything to help him. Zachary Stevens laying it in deep though. Keith, once again, I'm sorry to say, buddy, you're just going to have to wait another day for that win finally at last, because Josh Patterson schools the field to victory lane. And the celebration kicks off a little early for the guy out of East Greenville. Patterson is going to be your race winner. What a performance. Race results now pop on your screen, presented by Speedmaster. This was a wild, long showing for the drivers to have to endure and to go through, but those that were able to were relieved to create some serious moments in between, bringing us to this epic conclusion and epic fight out for the end of the race. We're going to take a listen now down to the field here. It is time to listen in to the drivers, as your race positions are now up for grabs. The podiums now begin with Zachary Stevens here in the 47. Zachary, congratulations on a third place finish, sir. And this was a bit of a wild little shootout for you and the team here, but you managed to still hang tough and hang through it for a third place today, sir.
Yeah, I was mainly just trying to stay out of trouble and stay out of everybody's way. This debut race for me and another guy, but I just really wanted some long green flag runs. And see what we had at the end there. But it was good racing. It was a lot of fun.
Good racing, a lot of hard battle in between here. What was the main thing you kind of looked at here that you can take away to the next week, you think?
I'm not sure. I just want to come out and have some fun. I know these guys are about to go into the playoffs and everything. So I just really wanted to stay out of trouble, not make anybody mad or anything. Just looking to have some fun.
For sure there. All right, well, Stevens, anybody else you want to thank for this third place finish today?
I got my dad and my two uncles watching, so hated them. So it was fun.
It was fun indeed. Congratulations on this third place finish today, sir.
All right, man. Thanks.
Zachary Stevens, ladies and gentlemen, going to come away today as your third place finisher. The second place guy on the bunch is going to be Trevor Keith in the 48. And Keith, I know you said to me earlier you wanted to get that win out of the way, but I'm sorry to say it didn't quite go that way, buddy.
No, it did not. Yeah, so close. That 435 was too fast. Man, what a fun race with the 47 and the 40, though. Credit to those guys. That was a lot of fun out there. Love the car count today. That made it a lot more fun. Hope it made the broadcast a lot more fun. Just a fun race overall. Second place there. I'll take that. Points aren't out yet, so I don't know who won the championship. It's going to be really close. Got a lot of points today, so.
I mean, looking at it from this angle, it's going to be a pretty tight race between you and first. But I mean, for how this now plays out to enter into the playoffs, do you think that this will kind of set the tone to really mount a charge here and really make something out of what you got for this one?
Oh yeah, that regular season championship tells everybody that I'm not here to mess around. I'm here to win that championship. So, hey, I got no wins, but I'm consistent. That's all you need to be.
Absolutely. Keith, anybody want to thank you for the second place today?
Yeah, I thank everybody watching my stream. My buddy Chris, he watches pretty much every week. I thank Keystone Graphics for the paint schemes. They do a really good job for JDM. Thank you guys as well, Speedmaster, all those guys.
Absolutely, Keith. Thanks for your time, everybody. Congratulations on second place today.
Thank you.
Trevor Keith, ladies and gentlemen, going to take home the second spot, but the man that is on top of them all, Josh Patterson, avoids the madness and the chaos that ensued on him earlier and brings it home to victory lane. Patterson, I got to ask you, man, how'd you do and how were you able to even keep out of trouble for the rest of this race here, buddy?
I don't know. I got lucky. I mean, I qualified on pole, which was nice. I knew I had some pace. I just got caught up in a couple things early, trying to kind of work my way through the field. So I ended up saving a set of tires for a while there. I had so much damage. Then I used the faster pair right in a perfect spot. Got fresh tires. I think I had like 10, 15, maybe 20 laps fresher tires than anybody else. So I was able to charge through and get that. I think it was maybe an 8 or 9 second lead in the mid. I never really looked back. I was just able to hold the lead for the rest of it. And I got lucky on that yellow as well because I was in pit road when it came out, so I was able to cycle lead. So it worked out.
It's worked out okay. A little luck, never hurts anybody either. But for the way this race and this season has become for this crew, I mean, do you think that taking this next win over to the next couple races you may tune in may really bolster some more momentum to try to continue on with this success?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, whenever you get a win, it obviously brings a lot of momentum. So, of course, I'm hoping to keep some of that. Where are we going next week?
I'm not completely sure, to be honest with you.
All right. Well, wherever that is, I'm looking forward to racing there, and obviously, hopefully, some momentum from here brings over to there. So, yeah, looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Well, Patterson, man, as we start ready to sign off for the night, buddy, you are the winner here at Phoenix. So, who do you want to thank for all this?
I got to thank everybody on my team. To individual companies, I got to thank Vulture Racing Engines, Patriot Clutches, Belfort Expedition, and BBC Automotive. Got to thank Brayson for coming out and racing with me and kind of running the scheme together, duo there. Got to thank Patrick for running the league and you for broadcasting in it.
Absolutely, Patterson, man. A lot of prestige on this one. Takes you down to victory lane. Congratulations today, buddy.
Yep, thanks a lot.
Josh Patterson, ladies and gentlemen, walks away your victor here at Phoenix Raceway. A big thank you again to our friends at Speedmaster Boats and everybody for tuning on in as always. Thanks so much for hitting us on our milestone on YouTube, and to everyone that always tunes in, thank you so much for the support. We love you guys, appreciate you all, and we certainly hope you'll join us again with the green is flying high next time on PT Racing TV.